tonight has appeared in such films as Drugstore Cowboy, To Die For, and In and Out. Now, he can currently be seen in There's Something About Mary. Please welcome Matt Dillon. Thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, it's good to be here again.
Yeah, I don't say this often. I mean, I go and see a lot of, especially comedies. I go and see a lot of comedies, and I'm like, ah, it's all right. This movie, Loudest Laughs, I said it last night, Loudest Laughs I've heard in a movie theater. People really seem to be enjoying themselves, and it looked like a role that you would have a lot of fun doing.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I think in this film, I think I lie more with this character than any other. All the other characters I've done put together.
You're an incredibly sleazy liar throughout the whole movie.
I'm a real sleaze bucket in this picture.
Yeah, and it looks like that would be like a fun role for you to play. Because you really stretch it out. I mean, we should maybe start by showing a clip. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know what we need to tell people about the movie. You know, basically, in a
Well,
nutshell.
my character is he's an insurance claims investigator who Ben Stiller's character hires to go track down this girl he had this mad crush on in high school, Cameron Diaz. And what happens is he ended up almost going to the prom with her, and then there was this unfortunate zipper incident,
Right.
which he never made it to the prom.
Right.
So he hires me to go find her. I find her in Miami, and of course I fall for her as well.
Right, she's gorgeous.
Absolutely stunning, and then I decide I want to make a play for her, so I come back and I tell Ben, and this is the scene where I tell Ben that I found his Mary.
All right, let's take a look at this clip from There's Something About Mary.
So, you found her?
Oh, yeah. You were right, man. She really is something else.
Oh, my God. Really? So she hasn't changed at all, huh?
Well, that I couldn't say. Let me ask you something. Was Mary a little big bone back in high school?
Big bone? No, not at all, no.
I guess she packed on a few pounds over the years.
Oh, yeah? So she's a little chubby?
Well, I'd say about a deuce and a half. Not bad.
It gets a lot worse.
Yeah.
I lay one lie on after another.
Now, what that mustache that you have throughout the movie, pencil-thin mustache,
Yeah.
is that a glue-on, or is that drawn on with, how does that work?
No, Conan, I had to live with the mustache throughout the whole picture, and
You grow one of those?
Yeah,
How do you
I
grow
grew-
one of
well,
those? That looks like just one hair pasted across.
well, I actually grew it all in, and then before we started shooting, we shaved off everything. We left the mustache, and I just thought it looked just like a regular mustache, so I decided I said, let's raise it up a little bit and get it down, and we just got to this thin strip, you know?
Is there a device that just stamps that out? I mean, how does...
There's nothing you can do about it. You're stuck with it. I was in South Beach walking around with this freaking mustache.
Because who would rent you a car or anything if they had mustache? You know, people must have just been taking a swing at you. You look so sleazy. Is that a straight razor you use for that?
You know, it's really difficult to find somebody that can give you a straight razor cut.
Yeah.
You know, and in Miami, you'd think you'd be able to find, and I had to go, there was one place, and it was like a half an hour away from where I was, and I used to have to go twice a week. This guy, Armando, he was very good, and he used to just clean it up, and that was it.
I wouldn't let someone near me with one of those things.
No.
Fortunately, I don't have to shave. I shaved in 1984, and then again in 88, and I've been fine since then, but I wouldn't let someone come near my face with one of those. That's too scary.
No.
You had cap teeth in this movie, too, for part of it.
Yeah, I had a...
Who makes... Oh, they just make them up, and they're very goofy looking.
Yeah, well, my character, he wants to impress Mary, and he thinks that she'll like a guy with big, bright, pearly white teeth, so... Yeah, they had some guy do a mold of my teeth and put them in, and I kept them after the picture.
Wait a minute. For what? What are you going to do with them?
Well, it's just something strange. I mean, I wouldn't want them to end up in, you know, Fox's, 20th Century Fox's makeup archive, you know. They could end up in somebody else's mouth, and I think there's something kind of weird about that, so I keep them in a jar at home.
Yeah, there's nothing weird about that. Cool, Matt Dillon. Ah! You gonna put them on and commit all kinds of weird crimes?
Yeah.
Matt Dillon can't commit a crime, but Goofy Teeth can. You know, we have something in common. We're both, I guess, one of 6 kids. I'm in the middle. What order were you in the family?
Second oldest.
Second oldest. Okay, so it's close. Do you ever go back and visit your old room at your house? Because I do that sometimes. And
it is. It's funny that, isn't it? Because I think they still refer to it as Matt's room, but it's not really my room anymore. There's no real bed there. There's a sofa, big TV set, and a few things that I put on my shelf, I guess, you know, some years ago, that are still there. It's just basically a room where people watch golf. Stuff on TV.
They've turned your room into an airport lounge, pretty much.
Well, I don't know if they're actually watching. I usually go in, and I can usually find my father on a Sunday there, and he's in front of the TV set. He appears to be watching golf, but then you hear he's snoring. You know, he's taking.
Right.
Usually, but if you asked him what happened in the, you know, in the tournament, he can tell you probably everything that happened.
Right.
So
he's absorbing the important information.
It even appears that the announcers of golf tournaments are whispering because they don't want to wake the sleeping who are watching it on TV.
They don't want to bother anybody at home who's having themselves a good nap. I just think it's kind of set. You go home and you expect to see, my bed is still in my room. And my feet hang like a foot off the end of the bed. And I still have the embarrassing pictures that I drew, you know, my Men at Work poster hanging up, you know. Just kidding about that one. Okay.
Sure.
I don't want to get letters now. I got to take it down. Well, there's Something About Mary. It's a very funny movie, and it's out there in theaters right now, and I don't think we really have to mention much. People are going to hear about this movie. Very good work, and thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Yeah,
good to see you again.
Good to see you. Matt Dillon, everybody. Nick Johansson coming up. Okay, well,